Good morning, everyone. It's time for our spiritual mindfulness moment. I forgot to put on my music because I'm always running behind when I do this. So, good morning. Glad you're with me. Let's see, where is my music? Music, there it is. Spiritual mindfulness. All right. I'm on Facebook today because I'm banned from lives on TikTok right now, which is crazy. What did I do? I just kicked out my music. Well, this is off to a great start this morning. Yeah, that's a good start of the morning. Okay. Good morning. Let's do our spiritual mindfulness moment today. It's our time of prayer, meditation, intercession together. Let me light a candle because fire represents the presence of the divine with us, of interaction between earth and heaven. In the Bible and Christianity, it's exemplified in Jesus' words of "Let it be on earth as it is in heaven." And so, if you want to get comfortable with me and spend a moment together today in a time of quietness and prayer, and as we're going into Thanksgiving week, I'm looking at it as a look at gratefulness and what gratefulness does for us and the power of being grateful. Now, I think there is also a place called denial, and denial is a bad place to be. So we can be chill and say, I just let everything roll off my back. Nothing really bothers me. That's generally not true, because all of us have things that bother us and don't roll off our back. But I believe there is a time to say, let me count my blessings. I have my prayer beads today and I can count my blessings in there. If you're joining me today, let me know where you're joining from. I love to hear your place. As we connect together, and then we connect our spirits to heaven. So just feel your body, and feel your connection to your body, to your spirit, your inner man, if you will, your inner human. Glad to be with you today. So I usually like to read a proverb. It says, "This I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. The mercies of the Lord never come to an end. They're new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in heaven. The Lord is good to those who wait for heaven's goodness to come, to the soul who seeks that goodness out. It is good that one should wait quietly for the salvation of heaven. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth. Let that person sit alone in silence when it's laid on him and put his mouth in the dust. There may yet be hope. And let that person give his cheek to the one who strikes and be filled with insults, for the Lord will not cast off forever. But though there's grief, there will be according a passion to the abundance of the steadfast love of heaven. So let me put that into terms for some of you. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you on YouTube. For some of you, the language of Christianity may taint when we hear something about the steadfast love of the Lord. It can be hard to say, well, I've had bad times. Where was the love of the Lord then? And again, we don't live in denial, so those are important things to contemplate. And when we let our soul start to believe that even if we let somebody strike our cheek, give us a backhanded slap, verbally or otherwise, there's always hope on the other side of that. And one of the ways we reach out for that hope is through gratefulness and understanding where it was painful in the past. And we were able to be in touch with that pain and then see hope come on the other side of that. So I talk to people about conflict resolution, like talking to yourself before going into the conflict and saying, hey, I've done conflict before, and I've seen what it can be when I do it well and we get to the other side of it together. And then we start to tell ourselves it's worth it to walk well into the conflict. And so when we can tell ourselves, I've faced hard things before, and I was able to get through it this way, and it came to fruition better on the other side, then we start to coach ourselves through avoidance and denial into confronting the things of our life and understanding the power we have. So for many of you, you're going into the holiday week, and those can be tough. And so let's have just a time of meditation, of thinking through what are the pain points that we may run into this week, and how can we start to coach ourselves in. There are mercies that never cease, that come every morning, because I'm really powerful and I can face hard things and come through to the other side. So I bless you and I connect with your spirit, and I give you my energy and hope and love, steadfast love. Say, you can do this. Let's take a deep breath. Let it come out your mouth, cleansing your soul. Just imagine your spirit connecting with mine, and mine with yours, and ours with everybody else who's on this feed or watching it recorded on YouTube. Feel that connection of the human spirit together. The Bible talks about carrying our burdens together. And so I'm just offering us the strength of carrying our burdens together this morning. And I feel your blessing for me, and it flows out to you. We are grateful for the steadfast love of the goodness of the divine of heaven. And we just call it into this present as we head into our Thanksgiving weekend for those of us who are in America. We call that divine strength and hope to ourselves today. So just imagine yourself connecting to that. What does that feel like and look like to have the divine gratefulness of heaven intermingling with your spirit? We just call that to us right now. And I often picture myself in a safe space, in a pleasurable space, in just a space where I felt in my life that the chasm between heaven and earth, the chasm between what I could see and what was unseen seemed to be thinner than other places. And I can just go there in my spirit and just feel that connection to heaven. Can you do that? Can you feel that today? So we just call the divine goodness of heaven down to join us in that safe place today as we meditate on it this morning. And I'd like to have some coffee in my safe space. Just feel that moment of intermingling with heaven right now together. Yeah. That steadfast love never ceases, and that love can be drawn from each other and from heaven. Yeah. So just sit in that safe space, having that sense of heaven connecting to your spirit. And when those thoughts come in that say, oh, this is like that old religion I knew that was painful, just let that thought fade in the background for now. Just think about, what are you grateful for as you go into this Thanksgiving time? Maybe think about who you're going to encounter and let some of the negative thoughts of those encounters go. Like, I'm just going to be with my kids. And I can have a thought of, oh, I miss my kids, or I wish I had spent more time with them when they were little. But today I'm just going to really concentrate on that I get to be with my kids this week. And I'm so grateful for that. And we'll have time of undivided attention together. Yeah. It's so good. And that gratefulness starts to expand my spirit from my chest cavity of this finite picture in which it lives of this body, and lets it expand out to the world. And so I give that strength to you today, that joy of gratefulness, that hope of what can be. Yeah, we bless that. What does that steadfast love of heaven, of the goodness of the divine feel like? To fill you, to give you strength beyond just your normal, I can do this, but to connect of something holy and greater, so that we don't have to walk alone, a connection with each other, and with that goodness of something out there. We just connect into that this morning. There's a proverb that says, I will thank you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And I just give you that reminder this morning. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. We're not going to argue about who made you or how you were made, just that your physiology, your emotional makeup, though they've been tested, are incredible. And how they deal with the world. I'm grateful today for how I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Though at times I want to kick myself and say, what's wrong with you? I know that that's how my emotional system, my spiritual system, my physiological system were built to work. So I can say even to that hot-tempered part of me, like, Thank you for how you've tried to protect me emotionally. I'm grateful that you carry anger and give me an outlet for anger. And now let's learn together how to do that in better control together. Steadfast love never ceases. Keep breathing. If you feel tension coming into your body, take a deep breath. Just feel where that tension is and just go there in your spirit and release that tension for the moment. Whatever that thing is that you're carrying that's causing that tension in this moment, just say, I'm going to set it aside for this moment. Yeah. Because you're amazing and you can do that. Steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. The mercies of life connected to that divine spirit never come to an end. They're new every morning. They're new every morning. What is the new mercy available today to have compassion on yourself, grace on yourself, forgive yourself, just as you would have grace for others? The command of the Bible is to love God, love your neighbor as yourself. And there's an implicit command in there to love yourself. So I call that love from the divine today to help you love yourself and have compassion on yourself today. Open yourself up for a moment to hear wisdom from heaven to come. Maybe you want to ask a question. What do I need to know about this situation I'm facing today? What do I need to know about Thanksgiving coming up? What can I hear echo from the universe for me today? Am I going to be okay this week? Just let that wisdom echo down. Whatever that thought is that comes, grab onto that. If it's a thought that says, oh, you're not good enough, then know that that's coming from a negative space, and you let that thought go. Just think, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You can do this with the strength from those around you. And there's new mercies that are coming this morning to you. I say to all my soul, to all this system of me, you are good and fearfully and wonderfully made. So I bless you. I bless you this week. I bless you as you face being with family, with people that may be uncomfortable to be with, or those that you truly, truly, deeply love that you weren't able to be with last Thanksgiving. I bless that moment. I bless you and the you that you can be in the middle of that. At your best, not at your worst. Just breathe that in. I can have new mercy this morning for me. And we call for strength to come from heaven in this moment to carry through this week. Amen. And we just bring our spirit back to ourself. Feels good, huh? Yeah. So I bless you as you go. If you came in the middle of this, it is recorded and saved on YouTube. We do this every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, connecting ourselves together into heaven for those new mercies to come. So I bless you guys. Put your thoughts and questions in the comments, and we'll interact around it. It's funny because I have Christian friends that get very upset that I tell people that we can connect our spirits together and connect to heaven. Yet somehow they believe in this mystical idea of prayer, like I can pray for somebody's dog in Hoboken and something happens, but it's totally not mystical. I just pray and God goes to Hoboken and touches my friend's dog or my friend's aunt's dog. And somehow that's not a mystical process. But when we just are honest that, hey, we're calling something from the mystical universe to interact with us, then suddenly that's somehow anti-Christian. Aren't we an interesting people in our dichotomous thinking at all times, huh? So I bless you and I give my spirit of strength and hope to you in this moment. And then as we wrap it up, I like to blow out my candle and just feel that smoke representing our hope and prayers going to heaven, intermingling with the divine, saying we have a strength that's beyond ourselves. We're not alone, and we are good. I bless you that you are good. So yeah, leave me any thoughts, feelings, questions in the comments, and I'll be glad to interact with those. But I just tell you, I just send you love today. Thank you for joining me in this moment. Bless you.